Yo, what's up? We're the Bourbon Snobz. I'm Harold.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Dom. And we're going to dive in today to some new Jackdaniels releases. What do you guys know about this 14-year Jack Daniels special release?
All I know, it's the 2025 most hyped up bottle of the year. Everybody's been hunting for it, searching for it. We all been crazy for it, so it's been released mid-March. I'm all hyped up about it. I'm excited to taste.
I just like it because 14 is my lucky number, so I'm a little biased. But I did hear that this is the oldest Jack Daniels whiskey released in 120 years. They haven't released a 14-year age statement whiskey in 120 years. And look, I know we're the Bourbon Snobs, and some people in the comments might get at us because Tennessee whiskey goes through an extra filtration process, right?
Yeah.
So some people would argue that it's not bourbon, but we'll see tonight.
Yeah, but for me, I'm a big Jack Daniels fan. I like the 10 and 12 from last year.
10 and 12?
I tried the Coy Hill, which is amazing, so I'm excited to try the 14.
So let's see if the hype is worth it.
Let's see what we got. So it's coming in at 126 proof, 14 years old, and this is batch 1, never released before.
Numero uno.
All right, let's see.
Fresh pop. Oh, pop.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, first pour of a 14-year.
Silky.
All right, there you go. So Jack Daniels last year came out with a Coy Hill, which is a release every 3 years. And I didn't know this, but Coy Hill is the rick house that's on the highest elevation of the Jack Daniels property. And we love that bottle.
Oh, that was great. Yeah.
So it has to live up to some high standards.
Yeah, with all the hype that's been going on for the past 6 months, I am super excited to have this.
All right, boys.
Ooh.
Cheers. Well,
What do you guys get on the nose?
Let's go. Let's talk about the nose for a bit.
I guess some oak and cherry.
Some oak.
Little cherry.
It's interesting because this almost reminds me of that peanut butter, but a little smoother than Coy Hill.
Yeah. So to me, it's not as nutty as Coy Hill.
Not as nutty.
I don't know. I'm getting a slight cherry on this one.
It's
might
more
be just
cherry.
like,
It's
maybe
more
I was drinking
fruity
Stag
to me,
before
right?
this, so maybe.
I don't know. Let's go in for the first touch.
Cheers. Cheers. Ooh, that's hot.
It's hot, but it's tasty.
It is a little hot up front. 126 proof. Oh,
Whew,
that finish just keeps running.
That's a
It
long
could
lasting
be the
finish.
fresh crack too, so we probably gotta let it sit for a week maybe.
All right, can you guys taste right now that peanut butter finish? Jack Daniels has a notorious peanut butter finish, and this is a pretty long finish for them. What do you think, Andy?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting peanut butter, but it is a long finish.
What do you
taste it?
What do you get out of it?
I taste oak. I taste a slight cherry.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely taste the oakiness of this
Really?
of this bottle a lot more than the 10 and 12. Right. I definitely enjoyed the 10 and 12 last year's bottle of 2024. This one, whew, I mean, it packs a punch. It definitely packs a punch.
It's very tasty. I don't know. The second sip was. Man, the flavor just keeps going. The finish on
hot.
this is fantastic. Do you think it's hot?
I think it's hot. It runs hot. I mean,
The initial bites.
The initial, like the first sip, and it just went down, through the whole pipes and all that. It just burned, right? And I love Stag, and I love all these, high proofers, and definitely this definitely packs a punch.
Yeah, but for me, initially, I would say, I don't know if it lives up to the hype.
Really?
For the initial crack.
Really?
I
Yeah,
would have to revisit it.
All right, we gotta sit back. So, what would you expect from a whiskey of the year that is more than what you're getting out of this? Because if you're saying it doesn't live up to the hype, there's a lot of people saying that it's whiskey of the year contender.
Right. So
what would you want different?
They were saying Russell's Reserve 15 was
15,
whiskey of the year last year.
15 was really good. Yeah, I mean, initial crack of Russell's 15. I'll tell you right now, it wasn't this hot.
I agree. So Russell 15, I was a believer.
But then again, it was
2024.
10 proof.
This
left,
one,
right? Like,
you know, maybe we gotta let it sit for a bit, but definitely good, oaky, packs a punch. But if you tell me between Russell's Reserve 15 and this, I take the Russell's Reserve 15.
I wasn't a fan of Russell's Reserve 15. I believe that I curbed that review. If you go look at our last video on Russell's Reserve, I thought it was a little floral for my palate. I'm a big fan of a different profile than the Russell's 15. It wasn't my top bourbon last year. We had some other contenders last year. This is still good though.
I mean, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Don't get me wrong.
I mean,
not bad, man. This is batch one of 14-year oldest Jack Daniels in the book.
All right, let me ask you a question. Is it, to you, 600 secondary? Is it 600 secondary?
So that's a pretty hefty price tag. There are some die-hard Jack Daniels fans out there. I'm not necessarily a
10,
die-hard.
The 12.
I'm not a die-hard fan.
After
but
Coy
man,
Hill, I might be.
So,
well,
would you pay $600 for the bottle?
I think I need to let it open a little bit.
Yeah, I think we should.
So the answer is no.
No, that is not necessarily the. Actually, that's not necessarily the answer. But
So
I did take on. I brought Coy into the Brussels 15.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to shake this up a little bit.
Yeah, I think we
because
should.
Coy Hill, I was definitely a fan of.
We have
Coy Hill.
here.
We got a
Okay.
special
That's
guest,
right,
Coy
that's
Hill.
right,
Look
that's
at that. So 2024
Gotta
release,
guess that.
Coy Hill, and we're packing a 129.7 proof.
This has probably been open
So
for...
do you want to do a little mashup, do a head-to-head on Coy Hill versus Jack Daniels 14?
Look, it's Andy's
Let's do
bottle.
it.
It's
Andy.
Andy's bottle, so I'm not gonna miss
Let's go,
the
let's go.
opportunity to
Let's do it, guys.
to do a side by side.
Side by side.
All right,
yourself.
I'll do it. This is my favorite bottle from last year.
By the way, this has been open for maybe a month.
Yep, this is 129 proof.
So,
Coy. I'm gonna be.
we'll see.
I'm gonna reserve just a little bit
Great.
so that I don't steal all
so-
of
so-
Andy's bottle.
Let's don't mix it up. I got my Jack Daniels 14 on the left and the Coy Hill on the right.
Jack on the left.
Jack,
All right.
Yeah, Jack on the left.
No,
Coy Hill on the right.
Your brother?
they're both Jack. They're both Jack. So we have 14 on the left and we have Coy on the right.
All right, so we definitely had the Jack 14.
All right. So, left, right. All right.
All right, so they're set up like the bottles are set up.
All right. So,
All right, let's dive into the Coy.
All right, let's do it. Cheers, boys.
I'm telling you, the
the
nose,
nose
the
on the
nose on the
Coy.
Coy.
Peanut. This is what I get right now.
Okay,
This is what I
you're
get.
getting the
Right?
peanut butter?
Yeah.
You like
this
that?
is way oakier.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, the 14 was way oakier.
Okay.
Yeah, so the nose alone, I think the Jack Coy Hill. How much for me? It's
I will
it's
tell
a lot
you.
smoother, better.
I get all peanut butter all day.
Ooh, I totally missed that.
You're right,
Thank you for
Andy.
getting that.
Yeah.
I'm all peanut butter all day on the Coy Hill. And you're right, you get more peanut finish on the Coy Hill.
Yeah.
And now I taste the oat.
I feel like it's a little bit sweeter too.
It is
Coy Hill,
sweeter,
which
yeah.
I like it.
Look, I like sweeter stuff.
Yes.
I'm a weeded guy. I like the sweet stuff. All right.
And it doesn't run as hot as the JD14. I mean,
what's
may-
the proof?
maybe because we
It's
have the JD14.
129.
Oh, that's
It's higher proof.
129.7 proof.
It's higher proof, right?
Yeah.
Versus the 126.
And,
Maybe
and I've
because
heard
we had this.
higher
but-
proof Coy Hills are phenomenal too. So
This is one of the lower proofs
that's,
at
That's
129.
lower proof. Yeah, I've seen 130, 140. So
You know,
133.
this is tough because, sure, it's batch one, it's the 14-year release.
But I feel like, to be fair, we should give it a week and then come back to the JD14 because it needs some airtime, right?
It needs some airtime.
It does.
So-
I mean,
so-
we just cracked this. So.
So maybe the next video
Yeah.
is JD14, Russell's Reserve 15, and Coy Hill.
There you go.
Who knows? But to me, based on this comparison,
All right, what are you going for?
Fresh crack of JD14 with a month-old
Month
Coy
and a half,
Hill
maybe?
2024.
Yeah.
I am going for the Coy Hill.
What are you going for,
I'm
Andy?
going for Coy Hill 100%.
Oh, I really wanted it to be the 14, but I think we're going to go unanimous. Coy Hill. and we're gonna throw that to the side. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, me too.
It was a surprise.
Look, if we didn't ever taste a Coy Hill, what would you pay for a 14 if you didn't know Coy Hill existed?
That's tough for me. The fact that it was the first release of Jackdaniels, and you said 100 plus years of the
Said 120.
JD 14, I'd pay $200, $250.
Jackdaniels, did you guys just forget about a bunch of barrels and then decide to release it? Like, that's what happened. They were like, oh, we forgot about these barrels. We were supposed to put them out a couple years ago, and then they rolled them out. That's what they did.
Right.
It could be.
It didn't disappoint me.
I did not.
Great bottle. But for me, Coy Hill 2024 takes the win for me.
Oh. All right, so what would you pay for the 14, and what would you pay for the Coy
So
Hill?
the 14, I would pay at most $250.
Boom, bingo. That's what I would pay.
Coy
Really?
Hill?
Yeah.
Man.
All right,
dude.
so if I gave you a Coy Hill, or if I gave you a Jack Daniels 14 tonight for $3, would you pick it up?
I would, because we probably sell it.
You ain't selling nothing.
I'm not selling it.
Harold says every bottle he gets, he's like, I'm gonna sell it. Never sold a bottle in his
Honestly,
life.
I would pay $300 for this. And
Yeah,
I would pay
I was gonna say
200 for that.
$250.
Yeah, $250, yeah.
$350. If I was shopping in Washington D.C., which is the king of secondary market, $350, $250.
Yes.
In my opinion.
All right, if they were both on the shelf for the same price, which one are you picking?
Coy Hill. I mean, because I've tasted
Coy Hill all the
both.
way.
Yeah.
All right, it is unanimous. We are a fan of Coy Hill. I think the Coy Hill passes the Bourbon Snobz review. Jack Daniels 14, fantastic, but it didn't quite make it. So there you have it. You tell us if you've tried them back to back, or if you have a different opinion. I'd love to know what you think.
Put it in the comment section. Like, subscribe. Cheers,
Cheers.
boys.
Cheers.
Bourbon Snobz.
We all cheers to the Coy Hill.
Coy Hill wins, 100%.
Dude, this is so good, dude.
That was
Damn.
So you guys, you guys get it if you miss it. Try it.